Well, hello, my favorite people. Listen, I saw a quote the other day, and the quote said, "If you follow the crowd, there's a good chance that you will end at the exit." The problem is that often the exit isn't where we want it to be. But because we are unable to make our own decisions, we end up going in the direction of the majority. And I think it's really, really important for us sometimes to understand that no is also an answer. Let me quickly share with you the story of when I was your age. When I was young, we used to have seasons of playing. There was a season to play with tops, for instance, or a season to play with yo-yos, or a season to play with marbles. And one year we had roller skate season. So I got home all excited and I went to my dad and said, "Daddy, you've got to buy me a pair of roller skates." And he looked at me kind of funny and he said, "What?" I said, "Yes, you have to buy, but just see, everybody in the street, they've got roller skates. Even Auntie Annie next door, her children has got roller skates." My dad looked at me and he said, "Well, if that's the case, maybe you need to go and live with Auntie Annie." So what he really taught me is that sometimes you have to make a decision for yourself. Now, I was paging through the Bible recently and I came across a verse in Philippians chapter 3, specifically the 14th verse. And in this verse, it says the following: "I keep running hard toward the finish line to get the prize that is mine because God has called me through Jesus Christ to life up in heaven." And I think when we think about this notion of a race, then we know that there's a start, but there's always a finish. The important thing is that different people could have, in terms of this specific race, we could have different starting positions. And depending on the kind of decisions that we make, we could run different routes. But ultimately, we keep running because of this promise. The promise that we will have a life after death. And this happens when we follow our superstar. So I invite you to join me as we become part of this running team. A bunch of people who say, "I'm just a nobody," trying to tell everybody about somebody who saved my soul. So go out and run your race. Go out and make informed decisions. And I think the best decision that you can make is to follow Jesus. Until we see each other again, enjoy this last bit of the year. And remember, always